when it comes time to sell your house here in Utah, facts tell, stories sell. Get with me, I can tell your story. Today, we want to talk about why selling a home is so much more than just square footage, and it can impact how long this house is on the market, as well as how much you get for the home. Selling a home is all about telling the story, because when you tell the story, you connect emotionally with the buyer. You show them that it's not just walls, it's moments. It's not just square footage. It's, hey, this is where the birth of this child happened. It's about where, we added on here, or we did this or that. Being able to connect emotionally with that client and telling the story is really important. And in Utah, that does not happen. If you go and look at 99% of the real estate in Utah, it's an address. But if your house, especially if your house is on the upper end of the price points here in Utah, those buyers typically are going to come from out of state. Out of state, they use the storytelling to tell about the area, the location, the wide open spaces of this ETN property that we're here at in Provo Canyon, where you're just minutes from Deer Creek Reservoir. You see all the colors up in the canyon up here, the leaves turning. And not only that, but every house is separated and faces a different direction so that you can get the morning sun, the evening sun, and a view that you just can't match in any other place. Well, that's why telling a story is important. So in telling a story, it differentiates your house from every other house. To give you an example, I had a little house in Orem that the grandmother had passed and the kids were selling the house. They wanted to, as we talked about selling the house, it was just a little grandma house, little brick house, not much, but we started to talk about it, and I asked them what the story was and what their memories of the house were. The lady, the daughter, said she remembered roller skating in the long driveway for hours at a time and being able to play out there. The brother talked about the fruit trees in the back and climbing the trees and getting the fruit and being able to just eat fruit right off the tree. Those types of stories separate you from the competition, and that's what telling the story is all about. So let's do a couple of examples. So I'm just going to take and I got a picture here of a beachfront house. So the address is 123 Beach Street. It's got 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 3,200 square feet, and it sits on the beach. Well, most of the time, again, that's how they're sold here in Utah, is just with that address and the square footage. But it really is more than that, because it's about putting your feet in the sand any time of the day. It's about seeing the sunrise over the ocean. It's about enjoying and crafting those lifetime memories with family members and so on and so forth. That's what the buyers want. That's what the buyers dream about. But that's what they don't see in most listings when you sit there and go, hey, this is how many bedrooms or bathrooms. It really is an important thing, and it doesn't matter if it's a high-end home or if it's a fixer-upper. If it's a fixer-upper house or a haunted house, I mean, why not go through and talk about the molding that has been there since the 40s? That the house was built and structurally is sound, how the walls are thicker so there's a different insulation value, how you can create just this beautiful house for you moving forward with all the older architecture and still have new modern amenities that go with it. Telling the story is important, and telling the story, it changes on every different platform, especially when you get to social media. You've got videos that are key and critical, because videos give you a live motion of where everything's at and where everything's going. So video, which is your YouTube and some of those, is real critical. So video is critical. When it gets to Instagram, Instagram is all about a 60-second short reel. Facebook is different. Each one of them has a different demographic or different clientele that you're going to reach. Facebook is typically an older demographic. So if your house is a little upper scale, that's probably more where you want to get to, that and YouTube, versus the Instagram, which is more of maybe your first time home buyer and so on and so forth. So not only is it critical that you have an agent that can help you tell the story, but they need to know where to do this, put the story, and how to put the story into context so that you can sell your house the fastest, the best, and to do it better than the competition. And you know, if you'd like today, just kind of a one-time, message me and I'll send you a free marketing guide that goes through and talks about telling the story, how to price your house, and how to do things right that a marketer knows how to do, but most of your real estate agents today don't.